Matrix is Plato's cave? Greek philosophy in cinema. Matrix is Plato's cave? Greek philosophy in cinema. What if I told you The Matrix isn't science fiction, but the greatest lesson in Greek philosophy ever filmed, and that the Wachowski siblings literally copied Plato's Allegory of the Cave and turned it into a blockbuster? You'd think I'm stretching it, right? But brace yourself, because The Matrix is Plato 2,400 years later. Spoiler, every scene is Greek philosophy. Every character is a Platonic concept. Every symbol is pure epistemology. The Wachowskis didn't create an original story. They adapted the most famous text of Western philosophy, and nobody noticed. Plato's Cave, the story that changed the world. Think with me, what is the Allegory of the Cave? Plato, Republic, Book 7, 380 BC. Prisoners chained inside a cave. From birth, only seeing shadows on the wall. Projected by real object behind them, they believe the shadows are reality. One prisoner breaks free, sees the real objects, sees the fire casting the shadows, leaves the cave, sees the sun, absolute truth, returns to tell the others. They don't believe him, call him crazy, try to kill him. That is Matrix. Literally, word for word, scene by scene. The Wachowskis just swapped cave for computer, shadows for code, sun for the real world. Same script, same philosophy, same impact. Neo, the prisoner who frees himself. Neo equals Plato's freed cave prisoner. Perfect parallels. Born in illusion. Neo is born in the Matrix, the cave. Never saw the real world. Believes the simulation is reality. First awakening. Morpheus offers pills, a philosophical choice. Red pill equals leave the cave. Blue pill equals stay in ignorance. Shock at reality. Neo sees a devastated real world. Doesn't want to believe it. Why do my eyes hurt? Because you've never used them. Resistance to truth. Neo initially rejects being the one. The freed prisoner also resists truth. It's easier to live in illusion. Mission of liberation. Neo returns to the Matrix to save others. The freed prisoner returns to the cave to free companions. Both face resistance. Plato, 2,400 years before the Wachowskis. Same journey, same hero, same philosophy. Morpheus, the philosopher who teaches truth. Morpheus equals Platonic philosopher. Devastating evidence. Meaningful name. Morpheus equals Greek god of dreams. Highlights the difference between dream, illusion, and reality. Socratic method. He doesn't give answers. He asks questions that lead to discovery. What is real? Exactly like Socrates. Philosophical analogies. Welcome to the desert of the real. Uses metaphors to explain abstract concepts, just as Plato used allegories. Patience with ignorance. Understands awakening is a process. Doesn't force truth. Respects each person's timing. Sacrifice for truth. Risks his life to free others. Just as Socrates died for philosophy. Morpheus is Plato disguised as a character, teaching epistemology through action. Brilliant. The Matrix, the world of shadows. Matrix equals Plato's shadow world. Exact parallels. Convincing illusion. Matrix perfectly simulates reality. Shadows look like real objects. Prisoners don't question. Mind control. Machines control human perception. The cave controls prisoners' perception. Both prevent real knowledge. Majority prefers illusion. Cypher wants to return to the Matrix. Prisoners reject the liberator. Ignorance is more comfortable. Resistance to liberation. Agents protect the Matrix. Guardians protect the cave. The system defends itself against truth. Levels of reality. Matrix, Nebuchadnezzar, Zion, real world. Shadows, objects, fire, sun. Gradual ascent to knowledge. Plato invented Matrix 2,400 years ago. The Wachowskis just updated the technology. Philosophy remains identical. Agents, the guardians of illusion. Agents equals cave guardians. Identical function. Protect the system. Agents protect the Matrix. Guardians protect the cave. Hunt liberators. Agents hunt Neo. Guardians hunt the freed prisoner. Represent conformity. Agents are identical uniformity. Guardians represent singular thought. Use brute force. Agents use violence to maintain order. Guardians use force to keep prisoners. Fear change. Agents fear collective awakening. Guardians fear questioning. Plato already knew systems always resist change. The Wachowskis just modernize a metaphor. Zion, Plato's real world. Zion equals real world outside the cave. Perfect symbolism. True light. Zion has natural light. The real world has sunlight. Truth is always associated with light. Authentic life. People in Zion live genuinely. Outside the cave, there is real life. Freedom allows authenticity. True knowledge. Zion knows the matrix is an illusion. The freed know shadows are false. Wisdom comes from real experience. Responsibility. Zion fights to free others. The freed have a duty to teach. Knowledge brings responsibility. Organized resistance. Zion resists the machines. The freed resist the guardians. Truth always battles illusion. Plato showed liberation is possible. The Wachowskis showed us how it looks today. The truth that will change how you see the Matrix. The real fact, the Matrix isn't original. It's Plato with special effects. Every element already existed in the allegory of the cave. Prisoners equals humans in pods. Shadows equals Matrix code. Real objects equals devastated wasteland. Fire equals machine technology. Sun equals absolute truth. Liberator equals Neo. Philosopher equals Morpheus. Guardians equals agents. Cave equals Matrix. Real world equals Zion. The Wachowskis took classical Greek philosophy, updated the language, added action, and created a philosophical blockbuster. Millions learned Plato without knowing it. Genius. The Matrix did more for philosophy than any university ever could. It proved philosophy can be popular if you know how to tell the story. So, is the Matrix Plato's cave? Absolutely. Now, you know why it's so profound. Comment. Do you see these Platonic connections? Share if you're shocked by this hidden philosophy. The Matrix proves Plato was right. We live in mental caves, and liberation is possible, but it takes courage. Do you have the courage to take the red pill?